Hey you guys, Laura here again. I am putting together about 25-minute flow for you, and it is going to be revolving around the Reformer Pilates series. So all you will need for this to kind of mimic some of the tension that the springs or the bands use is either 2-pound hand weights, and just so that I can show you guys you don't even need hand weights, I'm going to be using some canned beans that I just got from my pantry. These guys actually live outside for when I demo stuff for you. So now these are my forever outside weights. So go ahead, grab your mat, grab some 2-pound weights or your can of beans, can of soup, can of vegetables, whatever you are going to be using for a little bit of resistance. This workout is going to target your core, your arms, and a little bit of stability work as well for your pelvis. Let's go ahead and get started. So you can just go ahead and put your weights or your cans right by your side. We won't be using them for the beginning of class. Find yourself in the center of your mat and then carefully just lay yourself all the way back down. Once you're in this laying down position, creep your knees and your heel bones in and just have them softly onto the floor. I want you to take your hands behind your head, interlace the fingers, and your hands are just going to be slightly supporting your head and your neck. I want you to take a big inhale, and I want you to close your elbows on the inhale. And then as you exhale, pull the belly into the back and open those elbows toward the mat. Big inhale. The inhale is trying to widen your ribs into the floor. Big exhale. You lengthen the elbows out and still try to keep that lengthened spine along the mat. We're connecting that movement to breath, starting to warm up your lower abdominals as we lengthen the lower back onto the mat. We're going to do this for a total of 8 times, so 8 breaths to connect to our shoulder blades, warm up our ribs, warm up our lower abdominals and diaphragm. Last one here. I want you to end with the elbows open. You're going to take a big inhale to prepare. And then on the exhale, I want you to lift your head, neck, and shoulders, gazing slightly in between your thighs. And then lengthen your spine on down on an inhale. And again, exhale. Keep the elbows open as you tuck your chin towards your chest. And then resist your head, neck, and shoulders downwards towards the mat. Continue on. We're connecting once again that movement to breath. And thinking that every time you come up into what we call that C curl, you're lengthening your spine through the back side of your body to try to lift the crown of your head upwards towards the ceiling. Notice how my chin is staying off of my chest. That allows me to keep my neck in alignment with the rest of my spine, and also allows me to breathe a little bit more naturally, not restricting those airways. We're going to do 2 more for a total of 10. And then on your last one, I want you to keep your head, neck, and shoulders up and lifted. Keep the elbows wide. I want you to take one of your legs, bring it up onto that tabletop, that shin bone parallel to the floor, knee bone right above the hip bone, and then tap that foot on down. Again, lift up, and then resist the foot on down. Now this one, I'm going to give you a choice of what you want that breath pattern to be. For me, I'm going to exhale to lift up, inhale to lower down. I feel like that gives me a little bit more control of connecting my lower abdominals to lift my thigh bone up instead of it being thigh quad dominant. I'm trying to keep my hips level to the mat, so lengthening my spine up and forward through my thighs. Last 4, 3, 2. On your last one, I want you to keep your leg up and then match your other leg with it. We're going to go heels together, toes apart, creating a V with our feet and a diamond with our legs. So my knees are externally rotated. From here, I want you to stretch your legs out, zippering the inner thighs together, and then pull those knee bones wide, like you're trying to pull the knee bones towards the elbows. Press out, and then resist it right back in. Keep flowing through just like this. You have 10. You think about zippering those inner thighs together, squeezing from the back side of your legs to stretch the legs out of the hips. That's also going to help you connect to the lower abdominals
and keep you out of your thighs, out of your quads. We're trying to work your seat, your bottom, that midline connection, inner thighs, pelvic floor, lower abs. Last 3, 2, 1 more here. You're going to pull your knee bones in, rest the head bone down, take a little break. Go ahead, rest your hands down by your side. We're going to carefully take one foot down, then the other. Little break here. And then when you're ready, you're going to snow angel those arms up and back behind your head. When you're ready, you're going to lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. Keep looking through your thigh bones. One leg to tabletop, then the other. And then from here, we'll find that same diamond position. So knee bones are out, just like a butterfly stretch, and I have space between my big toes. From here, I want you to pull your nose in between your diamond shape. And then as your legs press out, I want you to lower the head down, still imprinting that spine onto the mat. Exhale, come into a tight little ball. If you're familiar with the mat series, it's kind of like you're in your rolling like a ball position. And then stretch the legs out, rest your head down, belly in, spine flat. Exhale, curl up, and resist it out. And once again, connecting that movement to breath. I still want you to have that Pilates V as your legs stretch out onto the horizon. That's going to help you connect to your inner thighs, outer hips, and glutes. I have 3. Last 2. 1 more. Good. Bring those knees in, drop the feet down one at a time, and then take the hands down by the sides again. When you're ready, you can use your legs for assistance if you need to. Tuck your chin into your chest, and then you roll up. All right. If you feel like those abs are pretty warm, I'm going to have you grab your hand weights or your hands into your hands, straighten them out onto the horizon, and I want you to carefully come down one bone at a time. If you need to, use your legs for assistance. And then we find our way down onto the floor. So move my braid out of the way. Awesome. So I want you to have your hands just gently resting on your hand weights or on your hands. Then I want you to take your feet so that they're hip width apart. Knees are lined up in line with your shoulders or your hips. And then I want you to tuck the tailbone and start to roll up into a bridge position. And then melt your spine downwards towards the ground, one bone at a time. So we're going into our bridging series. But as we're bridging, I really want you to think about massaging out the lower back as you come down. You tuck, swoop the belly into spine, peel the spine up bone by bone, and then exaggerate that bone by bone lowering. So we get to elongate the muscles that run along the vertebra, along your spinal column. And it also helps us engage a little bit more through those lower abdominals as the abs and the front side of our body have to contract, connect, in order to control that descent and ascent. We're gently pressing our hands into our hand weights or into our hands, but we should feel like they're moving forward and back. I'm on 7. We're going to do 3 more for 10. And then I want you to hold your bridge up in the sky. I have 2. My weight is through my heels. I'm still trying to keep my knee bones out in line with my hips. I'm going to hold my hips up high, grab my handle weights or grab my hands, and I'm going to lift them upwards towards the sky, and with control, lower them downwards towards the floor. So I have an isometric hold through the back side of my legs, contracting through my glutes and my hamstrings, so it's the back side of my thigh bone. And then I control through the back side of my shoulders, resist it upwards towards the sky. I hug my belly into spine and imagine that my knee bones are pulling forward over my toes as my heel bones are trying to pull inwards towards my butt. That helps me to stretch my thighs, stretch my hips at the same time. It works my glutes. I have 8. On the last one, I'm going to keep my hands up at the sky. That's 9. Last one, lift the arm bones up. And then I want you to slowly melt that spine on down. For this next one, see if you can tighten your heels a little bit more towards your bottom. We're going to keep those arms reaching up towards your ceiling or towards your sky. And roll through the spine to come up. Even come up onto those tippy toes. Maybe you can curl those, walk those tippy toes in a little bit tighter. And then I want you to roll downwards towards the floor, heel bones down. Tuck the tailbone, lift it up. Lift the heels, highest bridge, and then slowly melt the spine on down, heel bones lower. Tuck the tail, roll the hips, lift the heels, roll the spine, bone by bone. Control the descent with your abdominals, lower the heels. You feel the backside of your legs turned on a lot. I feel mine. I reach my hands upwards towards the sky as I try to peel my spine down lower. As I find what we call that's the two-way stretch, that helps me engage through my core just a little bit more. I can feel my upper abdominals contract, connect. I have 7 here. On your last one, that 10th one, you're gonna keep your hip bones upwards towards the sky. Last one. Keep those hip bones up. You have the option to stay on your toes or lower those heel bones, whichever you want. I'm going to lower my heels. I'm going to turn my palms to face in. My elbows stay right above my shoulders as I bend the weights down towards my temples and then press my hands up towards the sky. Resist it downwards towards the floor. Resist it upwards towards the ceiling. As I'm going through these tricep presses here, I'm really trying to stabilize through my shoulders. My weight is light on my head. I could even pick it up if I wanted to. My weight is distributed across my backside of my legs. I feel them supported through my feet and also across my collarbone line on the backside, so my upper back. I get 8. If I talk, it distracts me from the burn, right? Last one. Arms are straight. You're going to lower the arms, lower the hips at the same time. Whew, okay. Lift one leg up to table, lift the other leg up to table, squeeze those thigh bones together. So table is going to be knees right over hips. I caught myself, they were a little bit too tight. And then from here, lift the head, neck, and shoulders up. You can stretch your legs out for a deeper challenge, or you can keep them here into this tabletop. Lift the hands up and start to pump for your hundreds. Big inhale through the nose, big exhale through the mouth. You can lower your legs down for a deeper challenge here, but make sure that lower back stays down and connected to the mat. Big in through the nose, big out through the mouth. You're trying to keep your head stable here, so you shouldn't feel like you're bobbing up and down. You're moving from the back side of your arms. I still like to have that Pilates V so that I'm in my inner thighs and I'm in my butt. I have 3 more breaths. I'm going to lower to challenge more. One more here. Bending the knees in, resting the head and my feet on down. Nice job, you guys. Go ahead, hug your knees into your chest. Hug your nose in towards your thighs. And see if here we can do a couple rock and rolls. I'm going to roll forward and back. Keeping my head up and lifted from the floor, massaging out my lower back. I go for 3. Last 2. And 1. I come all the way up to my tippy top. Plant my legs down onto the mat. And once again, I'm going to work with my weights here. From here, I'm going to keep my legs long and out of my hips. You can, if your lower back is tight, have a little cushion underneath you, a pillow, and that will help to alleviate some of that tension in that lower back. But over time, as you lengthen through the lower back, as you start to gain more flexibility through your hamstrings, this will become a little bit more comfortable. The goal of this next series is to work on that flexibility through the backside of your chain. Take your weights into your hands, hold your weights into your chest, shoulders pulling down your back, toes are pointed, heels are down. I want you to roll downwards towards the ground. So you want to find a spot where your feet don't lift up from the floor. You can still have them planted onto the mat. And then I want you to roll forward like you're diving over a beach ball. So here you should feel that stretch in your spine or your hamstrings exaggerate. Shoulders still down your back. Roll down, backwards towards the mat. Feel that catch of your belly support you. And then exhale, come forward towards your thighs. So you want to find that challenge point where your belly starts to shake right before your feet want to lift off. And then use that exhale to help you take it forward or over your thighs. You want to have that moment up at the top over your thigh bones to stretch and feel like you're pulling your belly button off of your thighs. For me, that helps stretch my lower back. Once again, connecting that movement to breath. This is 9. On the next one, we're going to change it up. I want you to hold it in the back somewhere that you can maintain. And I want you to open your arms so that your thumbs face down. And then pull your hands back in. Open your arms, palms face down. And then pull it right back in. Your shoulders still stay down and away from your ears. Your feet are still staying down and connected to the ground. Mine are wanting to come up, but I'm using my abs to help press them down. My thighs are soft, so I don't feel like my quads are gripping. This is 9. One more. In. Take your dive forward, shoulders down away from your ears. Stretch for that lower back, belly is in. And then from here, I'm going to have you roll your spine back up. This is going to be our starting point for the next 4 sets. Next 4 reps, I should say. Shoulders down, belly in. We're going to add on. From here, I want you to tuck the tailbone back. Hold. Open your arm bones to the side. Hold. Now from here, as you dive forward, I want you to take your hands behind you towards the mat. As you're here, see if you can reach those hand bones back a little bit more towards the edge of your mat. Scoop your belly off your thighs more. And then circle the arms around to reach for your toes. And then restack your spine back up and bring your hands into your chest. 3 more times. Shoulders down your back. Tuck and roll back. Hold. Feel that belly catch you. Open your arm bones out to the side. Hold. Thumbs are down. Shoulders down. Reach into that T and dive. Take the hands back behind you. Reach to the back edge of the mat. Belly in. And circle the arms up, over, and around. Reach for the toes. Don't miss that reach. Don't miss that stretch. And then restack it right back up top. Ooh, feels so nice on my back. Shoulders down. Tailbone tucks. Belly in. We open. Find that T. Exhale. Push back with the hands. Dive forward with the torso. Stretch the arms long as you stretch your nose down. Lift up, over, and around. And then restack up. One more time. You guys got this. Shoulders down, belly in. So Pilates is not just all about the burn, all about the work. It's also about that mobility, that flexibility. Hands reach back behind you. Take a dive. Lift up, over, reach for your toes. Gaining more mobility, more flexibility is going to help you get more out of that strength training and help prevent injuries, which is what we all want, right? No one wants to go around hurt. All right, now from here, changing it up. We're going to take our weights right by our hips. Keep your legs reaching long. I want you to take that dive forward towards your thighs, belly in. Reach your weights along the mat. Reach for your heels. And then from here, I want you to restack your spine. The hands will lift up. Lift the arms up. Sit up taller. And then open the arms outwards towards the sides. Again, your hands should end up by your hips. Take it up. Reach forward, past your heels. Find that stretch into the back of the hamstrings. And then restack. Roll that spine up bone by bone, just like we did on the bridge. Lift the arms up. Sit up as your tallest self, proudest self. The arms come open. And then they end by your hips. 2 more times. Take it out. Stretch it forward. Scoop the belly in. Restack like you're rolling up against a wall. Lift the arms up. And open. 1 more time. Hands by your hips. Take a dive. Reach for your heels. You stretch. Ooh, I got a deeper stretch that time. Restack up. Lift it up. And then open through the sides. Awesome job. Okay, now from here, I'm going to have you sit so that your palms of your feet are sitting together just like they would in a butterfly stretch here. You're going to still grab your weights into your hands. Open your elbows to the side. We're going to sit here, pressing the knee bones down, just like in our stretch. So our elbows are open wide. I want you to exhale, hug your weights together, and then inhale, open. I want you to sit up as your tallest self that we just practiced moments ago, stretching the crown of the head up. And as I try to push my knee bones down and stretch my skull up towards the sky, I can feel my abdominals tighten to help me lengthen my back. My elbows are trying to stay up high in line with my shoulders. I'm moving through my shoulder blades to help hug the weights in front and open the weights to the side. My elbows never go behind my body. I'm going to do 2 more here. Good. Rest the weights down. And then I want you to come up to a standing position. So I'm going to swivel my legs around, take my weights with me. And then from this position, I'm going to find the back side of my mat and step forward with my right leg. As I step forward, I want my back foot to be facing forward, my heel bone to be right in between my big toe, pinky toe. I'm also trying to press the heel bone down into the ground. I'm going to take my arms now and take them back behind my head, take a little bit of a lean forward. So as I'm here, I'm trying to make a diagonal line from my leg all the way to my shoulders. Now, press the arms forward, resist the arms back. Press the arms forward, resist the arms back. The weights may pivot. I find when I hold hand weights that they press forward, handle to handle, and as they come back, they're more long ways to long ways. You press, resist, working from your upper back. My weight is to the heel of my front foot. I could wiggle my toes here. And this runner's lunge position helps to stretch my calves and work my bottom of my front foot. Last 2 for 10. Last 1, lower the arms down. Now from here, your front foot, I want you to press off from it like it's a spring, and stand. Whew, nice job. Other side. Left foot steps forward. Now here, once again, make sure you can stretch, press that heel bone down into the ground. It might be different than your other side, and that's okay. Find the stride where you can find that backside stretch. Maybe you even feel a front side stretch. It depends on person to person. The arms, once again, are going to come up and behind your head. Take a little bit of a forward lean. It's going to help you find your booty. This booty right here, that's what's working. And then I want you to press your arms up again and resist it on down. We do another set of 10. Your shoulders try to stay down away from your ears. You think that your elbows are widening as your hands come back behind your head. My belly pulls off my thighs. My belly is trying to support my lower back. Trying to stretch my heel bone, my back heel bone down as I stretch my arms forward. This is 9 for me. Last 1, remember the hands come down. I'm going to use my front foot like a spring. Exhale, I step back. Nice job. Now I want you to take your feet hip width apart, and we're going to sit down into a little squat. From here, as you sit down, my hips, I hinge from the back. And unlike a squat, I'm actually going to bring my chest down a little bit more, like I'm kind of leaning on the edge of a table or something. Reach your arms long. Exhale, press back, and then resist those hands down. So even though I have a forward lean, I still have weight through the heels of my feet, and I'm trying to keep my knees behind my toes. This forward lean is just giving me an angle to help me work through the back side of my arms as my hands press back by my hips. And notice how they're not lifting upwards towards the sky. I'm reaching long ways past my hips to get that length and contraction of the tricep. 2 more for 10. Last one, I want you to hold it up at the top. From here, I want you to bend the elbows and press. Bend and press. Tricep kickbacks, keeping the elbows in line with your side body so the upper arm bone doesn't move. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straight arms. Hold it here. Straight arms go down towards the ground. Hang the head heavy. Reach the hands long. Stretch the legs long. And then scoop the belly in and restack up. Bone by bone by bone. Nice job. We're going to end with a little bit of bouncing. So I want you to take your hands behind your head. I still have my weights, that's okay. And you're still about hip width apart here. Shoulders are down, elbows are wide. Keep reaching your head long. Exhale, lift up, step down. Exhale, lift up, alternate sides, step down. So as your head reaches long, you stand strong through your stabilizing leg. Feel the stabilizing leg's bottom contract. Use the lower abs to help lift the thigh up. So your quads should be off. They should be slightly relaxed so you can feel your lower abs, abdominals lifting up. finding that balance for that triangle shape of your foot. This is 9. Last one for a 10. Take the hands down. One more roll down, chin to your chest, roll down. Hang your head heavy. Ooh, I can touch the floor super easily now. And slowly roll up, bone by bone by bone. Circle the arms. And you are all done. And once again, we're ending in the standing position so you can end strong, long, and tall to go and conquer the rest of your day. If you hung with me for that whole workout, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up so that I know that you enjoyed it. And then also, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my page so you can keep getting workouts like this, receiving the notifications. Make sure you click the bell so that you can still keep tuned in with the workouts, the fitness tips, the wellness tips that I have to offer for you. And if you have any special requests for the next workout, go ahead and leave it in the comment box. Or if there's something that you really like, you really want to work out, go ahead and leave it in the comment box so that I can keep making content specifically for you guys, because that's why I'm here. If you want to connect, go ahead and look in the description box. I will leave down my social information so we connect on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, wherever you are. Let's connect. Have a good one, you guys. I'll see you next time on the mat.